In that 4-1 win over the Sabres, moving up a franchise record list in the process. With those 2 points, Connor passed Billy Kovalchuk for sole possession of third most points in Jets/Thrashers franchise history. The only pairs of points that Connor in franchise history for teammate Mark Scheifele and Blake Wheeler. When we come back on the fly, Tom Wilson. He's scary good. Like if he's playing for Team Canada at the Olympics, what do we do? Come right back.
Fuck yeah. Yo. What's up? Come on, Lois. Let's hit the bricks. Skakel in the house. Lois has to go to the bathroom right now. Hi-Fi protege. Or is it protege? Earl Skakel in the house, live from West Hollywood, California. We're just a humble stream. What do you mean I think I've been caught, TB? I don't get your cryptic message. Tall says my name. Actually, I'm not going to hose it down. I pay $700 a month in homeowners dues, so they can hose it down for me. Thank you very much. Tall is the best, and probably the best female bass player in the world. She's a Comedy Store fan. Probably one of the coolest things that has ever happened to me was at the Comedy Store for my birthday. Tall got on the side piano. Tall got on the side piano and played Lay It Down by Rat to perfection. And that's just something you can only really get at the Comedy Store. Yeah, Tall is next level. I do pay my taxes. Don't worry about what I clean up. What are you guys, the fucking dog police all of a sudden? I'm the greatest dog owner that's ever walked the face of this fucking earth. So you guys relax. I don't need the energy in this stream tonight. I'm in too good of a mood. I'll just say this, the last time I saw Tall was at the NAMM convention, and she was about to start a demonstration on some new bass or whatever. Now, I didn't know she was going to be there. I was with my friend Ryan Roxy from Alice Cooper. And all of a sudden, Tall stops her presentation, jumps over the rope and gives me a hug. Because I'm a star. And even someone of her capabilities recognizes that. I'm just kidding, I'm not a star. If I was a star, I'd have more than 25 people in here. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. If you look at that, Tall played with Jeff Beck at 16 years old. 16 years old. And it wasn't like she was playing with Jeff Beck just to be the hot blonde or whatever. Like, she's capable. And if you remember Steven, who the drummer was, is Vinny Colaiuta. I think that's how you say his last name. Who is one of the great drummers of this generation. So she is really just a freakishly good bass player. And tell you a couple funny Tall stories. There she is right there. For those of you funny thing about Tall is she's almost, I wouldn't say autistic, but she's so brazenly honest. I said to her one day, hey, will you critique a Gene Simmons bass solo for me? She literally, I played her some bass solo Gene Simmons did. And she was like, that's not a solo. He's just hitting the same note. So that's the great Tall Wilkenfeld. Check her out. If you ever run into her, tell her you know Big Earl. And then one other time, are you ready to accept Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior? I will accept Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior when he stops the priest from molesting young boys. How about that? And then we were at Tower Records. They were doing some Gibson guitar thing, and they asked her to play. And you know how fucking selfish musicians are. The musicians might be more selfish than comics. And everyone's not paying attention to the bands that are playing, you know, demonstrating guitars and whatnot. And all of a sudden, Tall and her band, I think it was a 3-piece band, they take the stage and everyone stopped what they were doing. Like, everyone watched, and it was pretty amazing. So we're in the back room, and there's a piano there. and I was talking to a friend of mine about Boston's More Than a Feeling, and she had never heard the song before. I mean, that's how like autistic she is. And I played it to her once, and she played it to perfection on the bass. Like, it was amazing. And on the piano as well. Shit, Tom Myers is in the house. I was just going to start talking about LA Kings hockey. Did they fire Hiller yet? I mean, the poor guy, you know, not cool that they leaked. Someone leaked that the Kings were talking about Peter DeBoer. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how the Kings play tomorrow night. I mean, I don't know. When I went to the Boston Bruins game 2 weeks ago, I sat 4 rows behind the Kings bench. So I was basically on the bench. And it was very, very interesting to see the players' reactions. Like, I could tell Brant Clark was not happy. He wanted to play on the power play. I could tell Kempe was frustrated. And the crazy thing is, the only one who seemed fully engaged, like into it, was Corey Perry. So, he was yelling at the goalie. He was yelling at the refs. I mean, he seemed to be the only one that gave a shit. So, you know, it was interesting to watch a game from that. Oh, shit. Good luck with your 94-year-old dad, brother. You know, I've had to deal with older parents, man. If you ever want to talk about that off air, you need some advice, which I'm sure you don't, but yeah, good luck with that. I mean, Tall is pretty special on the bass. I mean, she's very powerful, and it's so funny because she's so small. I mean, I'm going to guess Tall is maybe Hinchcliffe size. Oh, hello! See, there's a little roast joke for Tony. And she's very petite, and my God, like, she is so fucking powerful on bass. Please see her if you can. She doesn't tour a lot, but time to play Catch an X. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm more familiar with a lot of the '80s players. You know, and the funny thing is, she played a Zappa show, and if you know anything about Zappa's music, it's pretty intricate. And she called me up after the show. No, same camera. And she said, yeah, there was this guy who played guitar who was really good. His band is named after a rodent. Like, she had no idea who he was. And I'm like, oh, you mean Warren DeMartini? His band was named after a rodent. So I'm 57, Nomadic. 57 years old. Thank you very much. Looking good, too. This is me with gym hair. Yeah, smash the like and subscribe button. You know, I'm just a small, humble streamer. And yeah, Warren DeMartini from Rat was also on this Zappa tribute concert. Oh yeah, I mean, and DeMartini is the same thing. I mean, a lot of people, you know, don't really count Rat as a great band musically because in their videos they look like gay pirates. But Warren DeMartini, I'll put him up against anybody. I'm not saying he's better than this person or that person, but he can play anything. Earl Skakel live on a Friday night. We're just going to do about a half-hour stream. I've been doing some research. Oh, and Hi-Fi Protege, thank you very much for the money, honey. You take the midnight subway train. Yeah, I mean, if you look at some of the people who were in Zappa's backup band, it was basically missing persons. No set tonight, tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Saturday night, live. I do have some Funko Pops. I've got this, which is a very inside baseball joke. I can't get into it. I'm in too good of a mood, and I have a hockey player Funko Pop. Unfortunately, I am. Yeah, we're doing a short show. I've been doing some research that says YouTube from time to time, periodically, does not mind like half-hour streams. I'm just experimenting with a what the fuck? Uh, we better, Jenna. Can you yeah, thank you, Jenna. I didn't even know what to say. Tom Myers is in the house. I was listening to BYB earlier. They were analyzing the Chad versus Mersh potential matchup at Hackamania. Terry Bozzio, and then I think who was it? Warren. I'm going to butcher his last name, but Kakulo is the guitar player, I believe. And it's kind of like Missing Persons was Zappa's backing band. I think who was it? Bow Wow Wow with Annabella Llewellyn. They basically stole Adam Ant's backing band. Yes, I'm sorry, TB. I knew I was going to butcher his name. And then Bozzio on drums, and I think on bass was... I actually talked to the bass player from Missing Persons, Chuck Wild, I think. He got into like transcendental meditation music. I asked him to be on my podcast, and he basically said, I don't want to talk about that era anymore. And I'm like, okay. I mean, he was nice. He got back to me. Or maybe he was the keyboard player. I don't know. He was nice. He got back to me. I appreciate that. Bozzio's the real deal. And Steve Vai, I mean, you got to be really good to play with Zappa. So basically, the fact that DeMartini could hang playing Zappa is pretty indicative that he can, yes, Bum Energy drink root beer. A root beer, as they say in the business, root beer. So check out Rat. Yeah, I mean, this is a hippie, what you call you hippie? This is a nice, friendly stream. No drama in here. But we can't talk to Earlverse because Tom Myers is in the house. So they were analyzing the potential Mersh versus Chad Zumach stand-up battle. It's not a roast battle. It's a stand-up battle at Hackamania. I'm going to go with Chad, and for the sheer reason that Mersh hasn't done a lot of stand-up. I know he said that he opened up for Stanhope, which is, it's a valid credit, but, Chad's doing stand-up at least 2 to 3 weekends a month. So he's ready. So, and 30 minutes is a long time. I mean, like, I don't know if Mersh can do 30 minutes. Chad can do 30 pretty easily. I mean, that's what an opening act does, about 30 minutes. But here's the thing what up, Shandy Girl? Here's the thing about stand-up at Hackamania. That crowd doesn't really want stand-up. They want dabbleverse jokes and roasts. So both Chad and Mersh are going to get heckled unmercifully. So I don't know how Mersh is going to deal with that. I don't know. I mean, Chad's probably better equipped at dealing with hecklers just because he's done a lot more stand-up than Mersh. Hold on, TB. I'm missing Arthur. Let me go back to. I hate missing T. TB is probably the most knowledgeable person. Arthur who? TB. I'm. Arthur. Billy Idol. I like Billy Idol's Rebel Yell Band, and rest in peace. His. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. I like Billy Idol's Rebel Yell Band. Steve Stevens on guitar. Tommy Price, who just passed away, on drums. He was also in Scandal. And then I forget the bass player's name and the girl on keyboards. So it'll be interesting to see how both Mersh and Chad react to the heckling. Let me see. Do we have an X in here watching? We don't, but shout out to Kip Smith for playing To Catch an X. Basically, what, I've been alerted that certain people may be in my stream from time to time, and from time to time, the great Kip Smith. I believe my OG moderator was, he likes to play a game called To Catch an X. So, yeah, Vinny, I actually met Vinny. It was funny. I helped Tall move some bass guitars and other things into a storage unit, and it turns out it was Vinny's storage unit. So I got to meet him. It was pretty cool. And I believe he was also in that concert with Jeff Beck when Tall was 16 playing bass. What up, brother Paul? So, yes, check out, you did SC, but I'm in too good of a mood to talk about any X's tonight. I'm in prison right now. I just want to do my time. I'm like Burt Reynolds in The Longest Yard. I just want to do my time tonight. So it was kind of neat to meet one of the great drummers of this generation, or past, the generation before me. Yeah, I mean, he's an amazing drummer. So you look at that band: Jeff Beck, Tall on bass, Vinny on drums, and I'm not sure who else was in the band, but Tall's pretty special. I mean, like, she should be much, much bigger, but she doesn't really tour, so I don't know how that works. She put out a record a couple of years ago that was really good, but she did like 5 shows or something. So, but I think probably the highlight for her, it's hard to say highlight because she's played with so many great people. I mean, look at her musical resume. She might have the best musical resume of anyone I've ever met. She's played with, in no particular order, Jackson Browne, Greg Allman, Prince. I believe she played a show with Springsteen. She played with Mick Jagger on SNL. I mean, she turns down these amazing gigs because it's just the musicians aren't good enough. Yeah, I mean, poor Bolivia, just 15 years into comedy. You fucked your way out of 2 separate comedy communities, and now you're doing comedy in Joshua Tree. Let me tell you something. You guys may not know a lot about the stand-up comedy world, but 15 years into comedy, playing Palm Desert, not a good move. So, yes, that's where all the best stuff is. Let me tell you something. Now, Kipcast, the second bedroom will, because I've been doxxed recently, I don't really like showing what I have in my house anymore. Someone alerted me, this is the scary thing. I mean, Vinny's so good on drums. He's almost too good for me. I need a little bit of Ricky Rocket. Someone said, hey, look at your top 5 videos of all time on YouTube. And, it's like the Benchwarmers video. I think a stand-up clip I had when I had long hair. And someone had put my home address in, like, my top 5 videos. And it was 4 weeks ago, which is right around the time I left, the Perry crowd. So, really unbelievable. So, that's not a bad idea, DLP Warrior. So, yeah, I mean, it was the same guy 4 weeks ago, which is, I think, the last time I was on Perry's thing. So, man, I don't miss being around that crowd. But, Oh, I know Christmas powder. I like. That's why I don't like showing what I have in here anymore, especially in the second bedroom. But I've taken precautions. My building's pretty hard to break into, but if God forbid someone ever tried to break into my home, wouldn't be a good decision for them. Well, I appreciate that check fold. But I mean, it kind of bothered me at first. But it's like, what's the end game? Yeah, I mean, I've been fucking around with different times. And then I read an article today that said if you stream too much, you actually go down in the algorithm, which to me makes no sense. And there have been days where I've done 4 streams. Now, they're a half hour to an hour. So I would think the more you stream, the more like YouTube would like that. So, like tonight's stream, I'll do maybe 40 minutes. Well, no, I just, let's just say I have taken some security measures. I mean, it is a little scary when, like, I just don't understand why people, like, what is this person's end game? And, I was never anything but nice to that whole crowd, and I thought, okay, well, I'm a Comedy Store paid regular. People like that I can give insight into that world. I've probably known Perry longer than anyone other than Don Barris. So, but for some reason, I guess Perry's handler or whatever, like he has like 10 to 20 enemies in that world who I think somehow thought they could recruit me to fight their battles. It's like, hey man, I'm just trying to grow my fucking channel. So, well, I mean, I highly doubt anyone's going to try and break into my home, but, let's just say it would not be a wise decision. But, I don't know. I mean, it is scary, like, to have your home address put in on the internet, but, what are you going to do? I mean, I just, like, I don't even know how you go about, like, Jenna or SC. I've known you guys probably the longest in here, Kip and TB as well. I would have no idea how to find out where you guys live. But the last one you sent me was TB. So, well, I mean, like I said, I mean, in the Dabbleverse, it's going to be dangerous because you know how the Dabbleverse works. Someone's going to try and outdo Quadfather now. So, yeah, but I don't. I mean, I guess I'm a public figure, and I suppose I'm listed. So, me and Red Bar are cool. So I hope he is watching. I mean, I don't think any. If you're guessing that lies, no more lies. Um, so, well, Jacob, how about you put your picture and let's see what you look like, baby doll. I don't think it's. I'm guessing you think it's someone. It's someone from the Perry world, and I know that none of my exes have no relations to that world, and I know they wouldn't do that. Not even Bolivia. So, well, I don't. I mean, I'm listed, I guess. I mean, I think I'm listed in like the white pages or something. So, um, no, the last podcast I appeared on was ironically enough, was the Quadfathers podcast last Friday before he called the cops on Chad and Mersch the day after. So I'm glad I missed out on that time frame. So no, but I've done a few more podcasts since Dirty Laundry. Dirty Laundry is a game-worn hockey jersey podcast. So if you are into memorabilia, that's a good podcast to check out. I was also on Marty Jannetty's podcast. I don't know. Well, maybe I did inspire Quad. I don't know. I mean, I know he asked me about that situation, and I just that whole fucking world of going to people's homes and doxing people and like I'm against it, man. I just like I could take a troll in here. I bet she is. I bet Steph is. Yeah, I mean, I know if you do a property search of my address, my name pops up. So, I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. And this is where, frankly, trolls have the power. Yeah, Marty was actually really good. Um, I'm a public figure. I'm certainly not famous, but, it's pretty easy to find out where I live. Um, and, I just, in regards to that whole PCL crowd, I mean, they, the first episode I did, they rated my stream after their show, and it was pretty cool. I probably got 20 to 30 subscribers out of it, so I was happy about that. And then in between that and the second one, I started getting DMs from people going, fuck, certain people in that world. And I'm like, hey, man, I'm just trying to grow my channel. I don't want to get involved in your guys' wars with each other. And they took that as me taking the other person's side, and that's when the doxing and stuff happened. So it's unfortunate. The purple in my glasses, to be honest with you, is the glare from my iMac. So thank you guys for being cool. And, I appreciate the support from each and every one of you. I know, Marty Jannetty's awesome. So he's very cool. He's lived a wacky life, that's for sure. This bum root beer is fucking tasty, I'll be honest with you there. And thank you for whatever that is. A gift, I guess. A cat. Something with a cat. So, I don't know what that does for me, if anything, but I appreciate it nonetheless. My people. Who are my people? Would you do warm-up for a major talk show? Funny enough, I was supposed to... This is a little Hollywood story. I don't think I've ever told this story before. It's a quick story. I don't want to make it too... too long, but I was Rob Schneider's opener for a long time, and his brother called me up. Rob had a show on CBS, and Rob's brother said, "Hey, come on down and get there early." It's where Big Brother is filmed. So I go down there, and they had me watch the audience warm-up guy, and I'm side stage watching this guy do basically comedy. Hey, where are you from? Just get the crowd going. And I said to his brother, why do you want me to do that? Why am I watching this guy? And his brother was like, because you're going to replace him next week. And just by luck, the show got canceled that week. But that would have been about $2,500 a day. That's for a talk show or a major sitcom like Rob Schneider's. to do audience warm up is maybe it's not 2,500 a day, but it's at least like 1,500. That would have been awesome. So, but Don Barris and Gary Cannon are two of the best audience warm ups in the business. I mean, it's an awesome gig. I mean, put it this way. Nobody ever leaves that gig. So it's a very lucrative gig. I mean, you can make 200 to 300 grand a year if you are on a good show. No, I don't think I would get a hairless cat. Thank you very much. We'll go to 40 minutes, guys. 40 minutes. Just, to let's see how good a 40-minute stream does. I'm going to start experimenting. Well, corporate gigs are good. If you get to, say, play the IBM Christmas party, that's probably a couple grand. Trying to think other fat gigs. I mean, cruise ship gigs pay well, but like it's not a good gig. I mean, it furthers you nowhere in the comedy gig. But if you need the money, they're good gigs. I'm trying to think of other good gigs, and you get to do some. I'm trying to think what other good gigs pay. Like sports teams. Sometimes, like I was contacted once to do a roast with the LA Kings. It was like a private party. So Matt Rife is also coming soon, but I'm not a big fan. I mean, I like Matt. He's a nice guy. He's funny to the, to his crowd. It's like Rogan with his crowd. His fan base are a lot of girls, young. And they love him. So I don't hate on the guy, to be honest with you. Is his comedy for me? Probably not. But, have you ever performed on a cruise? No. I've been offered. But I don't want to be stuck on a boat. Because of my age, I don't do gigs that don't further my career. A cruise ship would do nothing for me, like nothing. Doing the road, playing some shitty B room in Idaho does nothing for me. I'd rather do this stream, to be honest with you. So, well, I mean, did he get too big too fast? I mean, I don't think his audience is really judging him on his stand-up, so his fan base, he's like Kiss. Is he the greatest comic? Probably not, but he's a showman, he's a performer, and the crowd he has is not judging every fucking punchline. So, I can't hate on him for that. He's doing exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my shorts to go viral. One short goes viral. I'm not going to say I'm playing arenas, but, I'm known. So, we'll see what happens. Earl Skakel in the house live Friday night. Please hit the like and subscribe button. But, I mean, you might like him, SC. I mean, because here's the thing. He has a great fan base from the standpoint of he's got tons of hot girls wanting to see him. And that's so dudes go because they want to be around the hot girls. I mean, Matt Rife can't fuck them all. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I don't do treble rides. No, thank you. I know Pantelis. He's been on my podcast, Jenna. Pantelis, Mike Ward, and John Hastings. Who is funnier off stage than on? I mean, probably me. Hello. 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 So, Postmates is about to come, so if I have to pause the stream for a minute, maybe I'll do an hour. Fuck it, I'm in the zone. I mean, I'm a great interview on any podcast because I have a lot of stories that simply most comics don't have. I don't come from the typical comedy background, being related to the Kennedys. It's a stories that just most other comics can't give. So yeah, don't even joke about that, Detroit by Dark. So, well, I'm trying. I mean, obviously, I'm in the worst category you can be in. Comic in his mid-50s, white. It's not a great category to be in, to be honest with you. But, and most people are like, why do you do these streams? You make no money. I like doing these. I like talking to you guys. Yeah, having OJ as a neighbor. Elvis. How many people can say that Elvis Presley as your next door neighbor? Yeah, I mean, I could be like a sober Ron White. Yeah, I mean, I think so. That's why I'm a little surprised that I haven't been on Rogan because he knows my background. He knows that I would have these fucking great stories about being a kid and seeing Elvis pull up in some fucking 100-foot long Cadillac limo. I mean, here's the thing, Steven. We can talk a little LA Kings hockey, baby. I'm not a Hiller hater, to be honest with you. I mean, to me, he led the team to a 105-point season. All right, Postmates is here. Hold on, guys. I might have to disappear for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Let me give you guys some music to listen to. And please, no one leave because I'm desperate for attention. I'll be right back. Enjoy the tunes, guys. Enjoy the tunes. Non-copyright music here. All right, Postmates came and went. So, Stephen, to get back to what we were talking about, I want people to leave the stream, so we'll talk about LA Kings hockey. That should get people out here ASAP. I am not a Hiller hater. I mean, he had, this team had 105 points last year. And, this year I think he might have lost the room. When I went to the Kings-Bruins game 2 weeks ago, from tonight, ironically, you could just tell the players aren't happy. Kempe looked frustrated. Brant Clark looked like he wanted to be playing more. I think they missed Gavrikov. I don't know if they missed Spence. But, I don't know. Tomorrow's a big game for Hiller's career. I would say if they lose tomorrow, Hiller will be fired Sunday. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I like him. But then again, I liked Rob Blake as our GM. So what do I know? Yeah, it is a big football game Sunday. Steelers and the Ravens. Luckily both teams are in a... Lois, come on. All right, you guys always like to look at Lois. Here she is. Lois. Now she turned her back on me. There she is. So, I just think the Kings' problem is not so much coaching, but look who's not scoring anymore. Kuzmenko's not scoring. Moore's not scoring. Deneau doesn't have a fucking goal. That's crazy to me. Me and Deneau have the same amount of goals, and I'm not even on the team. Dowdy's been hurt. Kempe's not scoring as much. Byfield's not scoring as much. So I don't know what a new coach is going to do. It's not like you hire DeBoer and all those guys are going to start scoring again. So it'll be interesting. And they're in a power play, or they're in a playoff position. So it's not that bad. But seeing how the Kings lost to Edmonton last year in the first round, Hiller did not gain a lot of fans, that's for sure. Well, their D is a little slow. But I got to be honest with you, I like CC. Everyone shits on this guy. 95% of the time, he makes the right play. So I don't know why people shit on it. To me, it reminds me when the Kings had Yaroslav Modry. He was our best defenseman, but just the fans fucking hated him. So we'll go another 10 minutes, guys. I don't do 5-6 hour grift streams asking you guys for money. Earl, my wife wonders if Lois's cough will ever go away. You guys can be human. Unfortunately, it won't. So she has a partially collapsed trachea. It's never going to get better. It's not going to get worse. There's only one thing that will solve it, and that's a very, not risky, but a very, how would I say it? A very technical surgery, which I don't want to put her through. So I am closing the Comedy Store tomorrow night in the original room. Thank you very much. Yes, she did inherit her voice from RFK Jr. So, he's out of control, man. Guy's in his mid-60s working out at Gold's Gym in jeans and no shirt on. He don't give a fuck. I met him twice at my parents' funerals. And the way he worked the room, it was pretty impressive. Now, he talked normally back then, but, and he blames his voice. A lot of people, you're going to think I'm joking, but RFK Jr. blames his voice on eating too much pussy. So, there you go. It's the Michael Douglas thing where he said he got herpes because he ate too much pussy. So, um, I really don't want to end the stream on talking about my nephew or my cousin's voice. So, anyone have any questions out there? Anyone from out of town? Hello. So we'll see. I mean, big game tomorrow for the Kings and Jim Hiller. It really sucks that this was leaked that the Kings are talking to another coach. That's got to make the team feel weird, and it's got to make the Jim Hiller feel a little like, I think I've lost the team, but we'll see what happens. I mean, they're 12-8. It's not like they're 2-16 or something. But we'll see. And wow, we've maintained the audience talking about LA Kings hockey. So in the next hour, we'll be talking about Jeff Ross's Broadway play. I'm just kidding. Yes, Michael Douglas had throat cancer. My bad, not herpes. He probably has herpes too. I mean, let's be honest with you. So sorry about that, Sasha. Rudy Bog is in the house. So we can't talk Dabbleverse the last 7 minutes. And then I've got to eat my Postmates. So, yes, live hockey is great. What did I order from Postmates? I ordered the footlong. Hello. I ordered a steak burrito. Did you hit the gym? I did hit the gym today. I hit it hard, too. Michael Douglas is worth $300 million. That sounds pretty believable. I mean, he's been a working actor since the late 60s. So that's like, what is that, 55 years he's been a working actor? I know I make Jeff Ross stinks. I'll agree with that. How are those burritos in LA? Well, we're close to Mexico, so they're pretty good, you wouldn't want to have a burrito in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Tom, yes. Is Tom Meyer still here, or did he jump over to the Quad Fathers podcast? Earl Skakel Live, Friday Night Live, Friday Night Lights. A lot of people say I look like James Van Der Beek's dad, so I don't know if that's really a compliment, but I'll take that. Van Der Beek was a good-looking guy. He sells homes too, Michael Douglas? Yeah, Lee Majors. Can you imagine what Lee Majors' SAG checks are like? The $6 Million Man is still played on television. I was thinking, the $6 Million Man now, they couldn't make that today. They'd have to be the $6 million they, them. That'd be some interesting weapons, if you know what I'm saying. What's the deal with Gutfeld? I wouldn't know. I'm trying to find out the deal on Gutfeld. I'm just trying to become the next Jeff Dye, and so far it's not working. What did Netflix buy? Netflix bought, so here's the interesting thing. Netflix bought Warner Brothers Time Discovery, which owns AEW. So technically now AEW and WWE are they're the same. They're the same company, I guess. So I don't know how that's going to work. Netflix is taking over the world. They also just bought the Studs Theater, which is the last porno theater in Los Angeles. So that's going to be pretty dope to watch porn on an IMAX screen. It does seem like that's a bit of a monopoly for Netflix to own Time Warner, but I'm out of the loop. AEW's got to be pretty bummed out about that because WWE will always get preferential treatment, but they could block it, I guess. That's out of my that's out of this stream's pay grid. 4 more minutes, guys, to talk. We'll wrap up with the Jim Cramer Mad Money Hour. Oh shit, John's Gimpy Halloween hand, $2. Do you follow the Dabbleverse at all? Well, John, you might be new to the stream, so when you donate financially, you get the ray gun. Thank you very much. $2, of course, is a lovely donation, but after YouTube gets their cut, thank you for your 78-cent super chat. No, I'm just fucking with you. Thank you very much. Nasty Neil is in the house. So we've got some Dabbleverse legends coming in the stream. Unfortunately, you guys have 3 minutes to get your Dabbleverse questions in. John Skimpy, I do follow the Dabbleverse. I don't talk about it too much just because, I stream at 8 at night, 7 at night, 9 at night. So by the time I stream, the Dabbleverse has been talked about for 12 to 15 hours. So I don't feel like I have much to add to it. Tony Hinchcliffe made an appearance on SmackDown tonight. Well, I'm sure that was as funny as ever. So, Nasty Neil, let's move out to LA and Earl's building. No, I'm going to have to block that move. And Nasty Neil is a Dabbleverse legend. Thank you for coming in, Nasty Neil. Yeah, I mean, who is a Barry Ribs? By the way, we've got a couple more minutes. Just because Nasty Neil's in here, I'll do a Barry Ribs impression for you guys. Yo, 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 KB. Yo, 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 yo. Of course, Barry Ribs usually streams from a toilet at Duane Reade's on 5th Avenue. No one gets to move into my building from the stream. By the way, by the time you guys move out here, hopefully I won't be in this building anymore. I'll be long gone. All right, just because we have 1 more minute left in the stream, I'll give you guys usually I charge for impressions, but because you guys have put me in a good mood, I'll give you a freebie. EA Sports, it's in the game. I should have gotten that role. I've been in LA several times, but I didn't know Earl too well back then. Yeah, well, now you do. Now you can come to the Comedy Store free of charge anytime, and I will take care of anyone in my stream or in the Dabbleverse. And how's the gym sauna? I don't go in my gym sauna anymore. Just too many activities. I've never seen an Avatar film, to be honest with you. I feel bad. I don't. I need violence. I can't watch an Avatar film. I mean, I feel I'm a little out of the age range that James Cameron is shooting for. I'm a Terminator guy, Predator. And no, I don't mean the Jeff Ross story. I mean the one with Schwarzenegger. No more inappropriate Earl. I do my podcast from time to time when I can get a good guest. Yeah, Jacob Trouba is a big hitter. Earl, I really believe we'd be best buddies. Don't believe everything. I'm a weird guy. I'm a loner. I don't like to watch anything that was made after 1989. I don't watch porn, even though it looks like I produce it. Hey, that's a Skakel classic there. I shoehorned that in there. You like that movie Peppermint Earl, Jennifer Gardner? I've never heard of it, so I saw you something before in a gay porn. Mama, can I get that in English? If you're going to insult me, at least write it in a fucking coherent sentence, you baboon. If you could put any 5 Dabbleverse legends in a house for a reality show, who would they be? That's a good question to end on, Nasty Neil. If I was doing a Dabbleverse edition of Big Brother, by the way, I pitched a show to CBS that they didn't like. I wrote a pitch deck. I hired a writer. Sorry, that's Lois in the background. I can't sing right now, TB, for various reasons, but I pitched a show to CBS about 20 black guys living in a house, and it's called Big Brothers. they didn't seem to like it. So Lois is a soldier. So here's the last thing I can talk about. Then I have to go and eat my food before it gets cold. Hello, Lois. These are the people I'd have in a Big Brother type Dabbleverse household. I would have Kevin Brennan, Chad, Mersh, Stuttering John, Kiki, Gino, Quadfather, although we'd have to have handicap accessible rooms. I'm going to assume the Quadfather wouldn't do good in some of the activities. John from Win by Two. Lady KB, we'd have to have some women in there. Ava, you got to get the trans viewership up. And I'd host it. I'd be the Julie Chen. So that's about it, guys. I love you all. Mama Luigi, you're killing my vibe right now. So everyone, I'm ending the stream. Yeah, we'll have Karmic and Felicia on as well. You can blame Mama Luigi for me ending the stream. I was going to go for 2 hours tonight because I'm in such a good mood, but Mama Luigi and her homophobic humor, I'm not feeling it. So everyone get mad at Mama Luigi because she or he is the reason I'm ending the stream right now. So I hope you enjoyed your homophobic humor, Mama Luigi. Never come into my stream again.